Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just stepped out, so I was just wondering whether you came back.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. So today what I will do is I will
Okay,
teach you about so how to write the test cases and all. So how to identify the test cases.
okay,
Okay. So yeah, as a test engineer, basically there are like basically three things we always need to like when you join company.
hmm
So many of the times, what will happen if the project is not started, if no, the project is still in the development stage.
okay,
So then, what will happen? You are expected to write the test cases.
okay,
So there will be something called as test plan, test scenario, and we have test cases. So test plan and all basically team leads or test leads will be responsible people who do that
okay,
test plan. So we have something called as test scenario. So
okay,
like yesterday I just given the definition. So
hmm
first thing is we have to identify test scenario. Test
okay,
scenario is something like it is kind of a higher level. You just need to like in that application, what will be the my test scenario. So first test scenario, then from the test scenario you need to derive the test cases. Okay.
okay, hmm
So for example, if you take e-commerce application, so let's identify
okay,
the scenarios. Mhm. Okay, so today what I will do is I will show you like documents about test cases and test scenario.
okay,
So in the next week, I will show you the tool in the Jira. I will show you because
okay,
my brother he have that it's a
okay,
test
okay.
engineer.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah, the complete tool I will show you. So and I will also explain you where and all you need to click and
okay,
open that option and all, so that it
uh-huh,
will be easy for you to
yeah,
yeah. So the first thing is we have test scenario here. Okay, for the e-commerce. Okay, so the first thing is
okay,
open the e-commerce application. So here, the test engineer will check whether he is the valid URL to open the our that e-commerce web application.
okay.
So next is we he will check.
So,
Mm.
Teja, 1 second. So this is based on the project is still in the development stage, or that cannot happen, right? The project is already developed, right? Because you are clicking on the URL. I mean, you are opening that URL, right?
Right, but see, many of the times what will happen if e-commerce
Maybe the
application is
first
there.
release is over and we are working on that.
No, like all application has URL only, right? It has to open, right? So basically, it's already what do you say? When you enter the valid URL, so it has to
Uh-huh.
open, right? So like if you enter valid URL, it has to open the
Yeah.
web application. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So next is display products. Okay, so if you take example like Flipkart or Amazon, so when you open that app, so first thing it won't ask you, directly the login or register. So first it allow you to browse the products, right? So that is display products. So next is search product.
Okay.
Search product. Okay. So in search product, we have something called as category navigation. Okay. So in the category, what will happen? There will be, products will be there. So for that, select individual product. Okay. So next, when you click on that particular product, so auto add to cart. Okay. So now when you add to cart, then what will happen? So that time it will ask you for, user registration. See, now, like your question is, we don't have this one, right? What do you say? We don't have application, so how can we write this, right? So of course we have the RAQ documents is
No,
there.
no. Yeah, we can write it. I was thinking yeah, that is what my question was. We are just writing it with our document, right?
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
not
because
the. Hmm.
because the site is not ready actually.
Yes,
And
yes.
I assumed it like that. Yeah.
Hmm. So we have that SRS or like PRS document is.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
using help of that, so we
Yeah.
have to.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Got
now,
it. Yeah.
yeah. So once the registration and login is complete, like these are all not even test cases. So we are just identifying the scenarios only. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So we
now,
know like from the document, like we are going to have these modules actually. Based on those, we wrote this test scenario.
test scenario. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So next we have comments. Okay. Or review.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
next we have if the order is successful, then what will happen? The emails or message will go, right?
Yeah.
So that one, email or messages. Okay.
Okay.
Next is uh, okay, we have something called as security testing. I will talk about this in today class.
Okay.
Security testing. Next is payment gateway. Okay. Next is compatibility testing. Compatibility testing. Okay. So lastly, performance. Okay.
Okay.
So still is there if you keep on note down, like we'll get a lot of things. So
Okay.
it is only from the user perspective, right? So user will have all this operation, but when it comes to admin, again, he's able to edit the product or upload
Yeah.
the product. So
Yeah.
upload the image like that. So will
Yeah.
like it will be like that. Okay, there will be like admin side. So if you are opening, like if you are uploading the image, like what kind of image you have to upload, whether it can be JPG or PNG image, like. Okay, so
Yeah.
these are all some of the scenarios. So first we
Okay.
have to identify the test scenarios. In the test scenarios, again for each like scenario, we have to write the test cases for it.
Okay.
Okay, so now I have this test cases. Okay, so it actually there is no fixed format. Okay, so like if you
Okay.
take every company, so it will
Okay.
basically it will vary. Okay,
Okay.
So
Okay.
for each test scenario, I'm writing the test cases. In the test cases, I am not only applying the positive, I'm also applying positive and negative both. Okay.
Okay.
So now, see here, this is for the e-commerce application only, not e-commerce. It actually, wait, yeah. So this one, okay. Right. Okay, see here, we have in test cases.
Can you
Zoom up.
increase the phone? Yeah. So,
See here, we have,
okay.
test IDs are there. See, TC001,
Yeah.
TC002. Like.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So now what he done is for test cases one, what he used is launching the, he has something on Howley.in website.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the one.
Mm-hmm.
So what will happen in Howley. Home page comes up. The URL should be what? HTTP Howley.in. Okay.
Okay.
So now when you expect a result and okay, so actually what will happen? So here he given wrong. So actually what will happen in actual result, the action he will write. Okay, the
Yeah.
actual result will be something like, so when you enter URL should be howley.com, right? So actual result is like web page is displaying. Then we have one more column, that is status. Okay, there they will mention pass or fail.
Okay.
Okay, so now okay, enter the http.howley.in. So actual result is okay. So web page is displaying. The status is
So
pass.
one more thing, initially, like expected result is this, but if the actual result wasn't this one, then we will write that comment. Like instead of showing the home page, like it showed something else, right? Then it is not the expected result, right?
Definitely.
When we tested. Yeah, but before testing, like if, as we said now, like we don't have it right now, we are doing this based on the documents, right? So the actual result has to be a pass, right? That is the reason why they have written pass, and like when they test it, they should write it with what the actual result is.
Definitely, right. So yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, expected results, and you can mention the test scenarios here. I think test scenarios and expected results. So yeah. So once application is launched, then actually you can write the actual behavior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because I saw something like familiar, this one in one website when I was trying to learn this test case. So there also they wrote this as pass, and I was wondering why the same question, why it was pass. Then I realized, like, because it wasn't tested, and when they tested the next version of the test case, they wrote like
status, right? So
because the status, actual result, and I think expected result, actual result, and then we have the result as pass or fail. If it was fail, I think it will be fail. Some other tab was there.
yes. Okay. Yeah. So when you actually start the application, then you will get one more column, right?
Yeah.
So now, okay, so you launched the URL. So okay, so now in that, we have a lot of categories. So one is cute category, or okay, so this actually the website is the like it is no more actually. It is gone. Previously it had.
Okay.
So it is about kind of there will be categories. The funny videos will come. Okay, so funny or cute babies, something like that. Okay, so funny category link should be available. So when you click that, so it shows all the video and funny category. So now category title should show as funny only. So now the very first video should be Lamo, the funniest cooking ever, like that.
Okay.
No, yeah.
So again here they have written like checking the URL, funny category link should be there. So that also depends on the company, right? Maybe like I can write the checking the category title as a next test case, right? Under the same test scenario.
Definitely, it will be vary in a different web application, right? So,
Yeah. Okay.
in case of categories, what will be there in real e-commerce application? So there will be something called as in category clothing or electronic item.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Those things will come,
Oh,
right?
so for each link, we can have different test case. Like when we
Yes.
click on electronics, what is going to happen? Like that,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Yes. So it will be like that. So
Mhm.
here, they have categories of funny and they have categories of cute category, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
So now next is cute category should be available in category list. So he's checking, cross-checking. Okay. It should be available beside the funny. For example, if the clothing is there, the next it has to come like electronics or something like that. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay. So like category should also show cute. The very first video should display like funny babies. Okay, so like that. Okay, we have so
Okay.
first we are what will be there? There will be test scenario. With the help of test scenario, we have to see nowadays like
We have to find out the test steps.
yes. See what will happen. The test cases are like nowadays it's available in the internet. Even if you open. So, for example, test cases of Amazon, test cases of Gmail, like that, if you give, so most of the ideas
Okay.
you can get it from the internet. So here
Okay.
and there, we need to apply the common sense, then finish the test cases.
Okay.
So yeah, see, the this one is there, right? The like test cases and all. There is no fixed format. I will show you one more thing.
Okay. And also when we have this test steps,
Mm.
maybe like I am like validating a form or something, and based on the functional requirements, I have a particular field should have only value between 1 and 100 or something like that, or maybe it should have take value only 0 to 10 and 11 to 99 or something like that. Then for that, how do I set the test data? That also is required for the test case, right? That also, like, do we have any method for that, or I randomly choose my test data?
See here, now everything is available, right? So for example, if you want to write the login, okay, for the test cases, see here.
Okay.
So when I click that particular link, okay, see here
Okay.
how many functional test cases came. See here, verify if the
Oh,
user is able to log in with the valid username and password. See, this is positive, right? So verify cannot
yeah.
log in with valid username and invalid password. So what is this? Negative. So verify if login both no blank. If you give a
Yeah.
blank and clicked, negative.
Yeah.
Verify forget password, positive. Verify the message is coming or not, positive. Verify remember me functionality, positive, like that. It's
Yeah.
available. So almost all the test cases. So see here
Okay.
for login screen we have 14. See here non-functional. How many is there? We like
Yeah.
25 hundreds already available in internet. So even if you search properly, na, you can find it for add cart only. You can find the test cases and all. Okay.
Okay.
If
Okay.
many of the times, what will happen when you join the company, the product is launched,
Uh-huh.
then what will happen? There will be already test cases. You don't need to do anything. So you just
Okay.
test cases will be there. You just need to open. So there will be two
Okay.
folders. One is regression and another is normal test cases will be there. So whenever
Okay.
regression will test cases will come, it's already
Uh-huh.
tested. You just need to do the regression again. Make sure other components is also working fine. So like that, it will
Okay.
depends. If already it is launched, then it will be in the regression stage. Then what will happen? The
Okay.
test cases will be already there. You can just open it and just to check your application accordingly. But if you are still
Okay.
the that software product will be in the development stage, then of
Uh-huh.
course you need to write the test cases. So your job is to
Okay.
write the test cases. So now what I'm suggesting is it's already there. Okay. So in internet,
Okay.
you find properly. So it is
Okay.
already there. So and what you have to do is first, yeah, and one more thing is like, okay, so now what you did is you have written the test cases. Then what you will do is you need to send it to the your test lead will be there,
Team
right?
lead.
So for
Yeah, test lead.
him, you need to send your test cases for him first.
Okay.
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 So test lead, what he will do is he will take some time and he will review your test cases.
Okay.
Okay. So once
Okay.
he will see, and majority of the times experience of 10-15 years experienced person will be there. So
Okay.
what he will do is he will check it and he will approve your test cases. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Okay.
So then
Okay.
once if he approved, then only we need to it is verified, something like that. Okay. So
Okay.
first thing is identify the test scenario. The test scenario, for
Mhm.
example, the search product only. So if I type in internet search product test cases, see here.
Okay.
Amazon search box latest. It is already there. When you click this, see here Amazon search box button test cases.
Okay.
See here, enter valid product name. Click on the search icon. It should go to result given the product name. See everything. All the test cases are there. Hundreds
Okay.
of test cases like that you can find. But what you can do is different websites having different test cases, right? So what you can
Mm-hmm.
do is you can just eliminate all the duplicates, and you can form your
Mm-hmm.
own test cases like that. You can put, and
Mm-hmm. We can
also
customize it based
uh,
on what we are doing.
yes, and also from our end also we need to apply like minimum common sense to identify few test cases.
Yeah.
Some of the test
Yeah.
cases will be
And also, will it happen like I have, like, since you showed like many test cases for a particular
mm,
test scenario, right, or a particular functionality, like a company has like five or I mean 6 or 7 test cases for a particular scenario, and
mm,
then like the product is released, and I have those test cases, and they are working on something else.
mm.
So, is it possible like I can add up the test cases for that same test scenario? Like initially it was only 6 or 7, but I came up with like another 3 test cases for that itself.
See, that is what it will happen all the time. Okay, so even
Okay.
if you
Uh-huh.
see what you did is you have identified the test cases, you have written it, you have done everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what will happen, even it went for the production also, what will happen?
Mm-hmm.
There is no
Mm-hmm.
guarantee that even if you given your 100%, you will find some of the errors in production as well, or beta
Yeah.
environment. You will find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now I have one question for you.
Okay.
Okay. So the question will be
Okay.
interviewer will ask like, okay,
Uh-huh.
something like that. The question will be something like that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So as a test engineer, what you did is okay. You have developed the test cases and all, and you are executed the test cases. So as you know, you already spoke about the question. Like first he will ask you about agile methodology. Okay, good. And he
Okay.
will ask you like, what is the sprint duration like that? He will ask. He will tell, sir, 2 weeks like that. He will tell.
2 weeks.
Next question,
Uh-huh.
the question you can expect is, okay. So now, okay, as a test engineer, like this is the common problem everywhere. So even if you test,
Uh-huh.
even if you given 100%, so some of the
Uh-huh.
times the problem will come in the production. All right.
Okay.
Now imagine
Uh-huh.
the sprint one, the product. What do you say? In sprint one,
Mm-hmm.
the product is deployed in the server, right, in the production
Okay.
environment.
Uh-huh.
Still you find
Okay.
the error. Okay, you got the error. Now the question for
Okay.
you is, so when you find the bug in the error, now what will happen? The sprint 2 is also happened.
Okay.
Sprint 2 is also happened. In
Mm-hmm.
sprint 2, you are also already working on the what do you say, like may probably upgrade version of a software, or any you find any defect for you will be
Mm-hmm.
fixing in the sprint 2, right? So now
Okay.
now the question for you is, so when the error will come in the production.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now like what you will do? Will you be fixing that error in the sprint one, or you will be doing sprint two? So what exactly will do? When
That will depend upon the, yeah, that may be depending upon how much severe that severity of the bug, right? If we can keep back in the product backlog and do it later, then we'll go with the sprint two. But depends upon the bug priority, right? Whether we
okay.
have to finish it and the sprint two means first we will, the developer will have to work on it before they go start with the sprint two.
Okay, so for that, what you can tell is actually if some problem will come in the production, right? So the users
Uh-huh.
were starting using it, right? So it will be, it is a major issue. So what you can do is, so you can tell like in sprint, you will be working on sprint one and sprint two as well. You should have to work. Okay, but the priority first it has to give for the sprint one only, because it is already
Okay.
there in the production. You have to identify, you need to send that test case, or like you need to report to the development team as soon as possible. And
Mm-hmm.
also for sprint 2 also you need to work. Okay, so they will ask you like
Mm-hmm.
who actually will tell you that. You just tell the test lead. Okay, so he can take the decision. And okay,
Okay.
so
No. So the answer was like, if this is for like, because when I told, I think it went to the developer side, right? As a tester, I think we didn't fix the bug actually, right? I
you
mean,
don't
not
fix.
fixing. We didn't. No, we won't fix. Sorry, what I was telling is we didn't figure out the. No. In the production, there was an issue. You said, right? So then we will have to write the test cases. Because we didn't write the test case, is it the reason why that the in the production that went wrong?
It
Or
can be.
maybe we check, yeah, it can be.
It
And
can be.
so as I said earlier, like so I have to add that particular test case, like I came to, or the testers came to know that, like, okay, this can also happen. So then I am going to add that also in my, as one of my test case in the test case document, right,
Yes,
before
yes,
the
yes, yes,
sprint 2, so
yes,
that
yes.
the developer can fix it or not. Whether the developer fix it or not is not our concern, but we have to write it. That is what you are saying, right? If
Yeah,
the test lead tell us.
yes, we have to write it. Okay,
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
so
Okay.
that is one. And
Okay.
yeah, see, now what is happening is like first we have to identify the test scenario. Then with that help of test
Test case.
scenario, we have to write the test
We
case.
go for the test cases. Yeah, and
That
we
is
will also
also.
figure out the positive and negative test cases.
So for that we have to write. That is also you don't need to majority of the things. It's available in the internet.
Yeah.
So even if you open
Okay.
sending emails also, if you find that the test cases are already there. Okay. So
Okay.
there will be some document like this you can expect. So this is like another document. I told you, there is no fixed format. See here,
Okay.
what he did is SI number, like like login, SL
Okay. Okay.
login. In login there is a test scenario.
Okay.
The scenario like precondition, steps to reproduce, expected behavior, actual behavior, result, automated. Okay, so like this it is there. Okay, so it actually depends upon that. Some of the times what will happen, there will be test case number, there will be test scenario number will also there. Okay,
Okay.
test scenario
Mhm.
number, test case number, test scenario number. Test scenarios will be in another document.
Okay.
So test scenario number, then test case number, like that. Okay, so but there is
Okay.
no fixed, it depends upon the team. Okay, so what template you can use.
Mhm.
Okay, but most of the time first test scenario, with the help of test scenario, then you write the test case.
Okay.
I think this is the actually valid format, right? So see here, precondition, steps to reproduce, expected behavior, actual behavior, result, whether it can be like automated or not. Like
Okay.
you can use the Selenium for that particular test case or not. Like okay. So do you have any doubts still?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
All right. So now I think you clear about the test cases and how to write. And yeah, the last thing what you can do is probably in the next week I will show you. Okay, in the Jira, like folders, everything will be I will show you. And even
Okay.
if you go to company, right? So
Uh-huh.
you won't struggle, and I will explain you all, like properly that tool, how to set the priorities and all, what will happen. The tool, the
Okay.
hands-on experience also I will give
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, okay. One more thing is like the document that you showed me right now, right?
Mm,
So will it be like the first thing the document that we saw was like test ID is there, test steps, test data, expected result, actual result, and all that, right?
mm,
But here we could see like okay, preconditions also we can give,
mm.
and steps to reproduce. Okay, that is the actually like our test steps that what we are supposed to do, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, oh, they named it as steps to reproduce. Okay, and expected result, instead of expected result, they gave it as expected behavior. Okay, fine, got it. Yeah, I was wondering whether it is same, how it can relate. So it's the same thing, just the name only changed actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Expected
yeah.
result, they put it expected behavior. Actual result, they put it actual behavior. And then again, we have the result, but they also added two more columns, like whether it can be automated or not, and the bug ID.
Yeah, 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 definitely. But that is what I'm telling. So,
Yeah,
like
yeah, got
each
it.
company, there is no fixed format for this. Okay, there is a
Yeah,
standard
I
like
understood.
this.
Yeah, now, yeah, I understood what you were telling. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, yeah.
But just the thing was, I wanted to relate both the two, like how it is, how much it can change. But anyway, it is the same
It is
only.
same.
Like
It is the same
yeah,
only. It is the same only.
yeah,
And some
yeah,
of the
got
times
it. Yeah.
I told you, na, there will be, test cases,
Uh-huh.
like, test case ID will be
Yeah, the
there.
number you told. Yeah, the test case ID.
The
Yeah,
scenario
yeah,
number will be there.
yeah.
The scenario number will be.
Okay, got
The test scenario
okay,
is there, right? It will be there in the separate document. It can be like this test scenario. For here, the number is
yes,
1, 2,
yes,
3, 4,
yeah,
right? So this number
yeah,
will be there like that. So there is no fixed format,
yeah,
but this will
got
be there obviously. Actual
okay, got it.
expected and actual will be there. Okay, the result will be
Okay,
there. Okay.
yeah,
So yeah, so this is about the basically test cases. I will show you
okay,
one real time. The Jira I will tell you.
okay,
So I
okay,
will
okay.
give more details when I talking about the Jira tool and all. Okay. So even if you go for
Sure,
company,
okay.
right? So
Uh-huh.
or else many of the times the managers will check like whether he or she really worked on the project or like
Yeah,
telling the blindly. Okay. So the tool I
yeah.
also will show you. You feel like
Okay. Also, if we know like Jira, I think it will be better to get into the job. Like
mm,
other than just saying like we have done it in Excel, if we
mm,
know the tool, it will be more
so
chances.
that's why
Yeah.
what I will suggest to you is when I show you that software, right? Just take pen and
Uh-huh.
paper and you write down the
Uh-huh.
steps as well. So if you click
Okay.
what option will come,
Uh-huh.
where you can navigate. So all the
Yeah,
things
yeah.
just write it down so
Yeah,
that
sure.
it will be very easy. And one more thing is
Yeah.
like always try to whenever in the free time try to write
Uh-huh.
the test cases by yourself.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking. I will anyway go through for some scenario. As you said, I will look at the internet, like for search. I will
Mm.
figure out something and I will compare it with what they have given
What they
and
given and
have an
what you
experience,
have written as well, because
come up
in
with.
interview
Yeah.
suddenly they will
Uh-huh.
ask you like can you write the test cases for search box or view product, can you write like that, they will ask. Okay,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
in probably if you give 10 minutes, okay, if you write very fastly, if you show them like 30-40 test cases,
Uh-huh.
then
Yeah,
they will get the idea, okay, she's already working on, okay.
that
So
I know how
so
to write the
you
test
go
case.
to, yeah, when you gone to interview, then you are checking, right? It will take a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah, it won't come.
Hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
Got
if
it.
you
Yeah.
already have the knowledge, then 100%, there's a
Mm-hmm.
possibility you can write more. Then interviewer feel like, okay, so she's already hands-on experience, like that. They will feel okay. So that you
Yeah,
can
got
do.
it.
Hmm?
Uh-huh. Okay.
So okay, so this is about things, and yeah. So here there are so many. Okay, so here function, and now you know how to write the functionality and all, right? Okay, so there are
Mm-hmm.
few things are there. For example,
Mm-hmm.
we have in non-functional, many other things we can check with the help of tools. So for example, if you have the performance testing is there, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So performance
Yeah, you said
between
log runner.
HP load runner and all we will use. So definitely, if
Yeah.
something they will ask you like out of your knowledge about non-functional and all. So
Mm-hmm.
the load and stress and all. We cannot do it manually. We need
Mm-hmm.
to use the tools and all we have to
Tools.
use. So but
Mm-hmm.
like most of the time, major of times you are not doing it. So for that,
Okay.
again, like other people will be there for performance testing and all, they will do it. Okay, they will use tools.
Okay.
Okay, and
So one more thing, they just like this under this usability testing, does it come under non-functional? Right? It comes under non-functional, right?
not functional.
Usability testing.
See here.
Okay. So,
Hmm. See, in usability, you will do only the compatibility will do. Why? What is compatibility means? Browser compatibility. Okay.
okay, okay.
So
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
both you have to test both. This one, what we have, Firefox, Chrome.
Chrome.
The time
Okay.
Safari also you
Uh-huh.
can do, and
Okay. IE.
also IE also. IE, I think now
Okay.
there are it's gone. Even I had no idea.
It is there. Sometimes I use that. Yeah, so I know. Or rarely.
Very
Like if
rarely.
so many tabs is open in one and I need something very like I have to
Mm.
search, I may use IE.
Yeah. IE. Okay. So compatibility, your end.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Okay.
here this question is always ask you like security testing. I will explain you.
Okay.
Manually you can
Okay.
test it. Okay, that we
Okay.
can do. Okay,
So
uh,
in usability testing from our side, we will be looking for the compatibility of
com
the browser.
compatibility only. Okay, there
Okay.
are
Okay.
lot of there in usability. That and
Okay.
all. What will happen? There are so in testing. There is so many things. For example, um, the in web application what will happen,
Mm-hmm.
usually if you take the colors in the web application,
Mm-hmm.
it is like there are particular few colors are there. Okay, you just need to use that colors only. For example,
Okay.
there is a question like why Facebook is with the blue color,
Okay.
it cannot be in some other color. Okay, so for that,
Uh-huh.
the Mark Zuckerberg is there, right? He himself is a color blind person. Okay, he cannot identify the proper colors in the websites. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so that
Uh-huh.
is also some of the times the test engineers will make sure the our
Oh, is it real? I thought you were just telling, like, is it real thing?
yes, of course, it is a real thing. Okay,
Oh, I never know.
so
Okay. Oh.
yes, as a usability and all, what you can do is
Mhm.
no, in internet and
So
all.
how much user friendly it is to the client, right? So that is been tested.
Yes, yes,
Like
yes,
when we
yes.
have some difficulty in seeing or.
Mm. And
Oh, okay,
also,
okay.
like a lot of the times, any web application, they will lose lot of customers because of the
Uh-huh.
usability only. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
for example, in India we have something called as Flipkart. We have something called as, so not Flipkart.
Uh,
We have this OLX and we have Quicker. Okay, So
Okay.
for me personally, if somebody asked me to use that OLX, for me it is
Uh-huh.
different. Yeah. Even if you want to give ad, okay.
Uh-huh.
Even if I am an
Uh-huh.
educated person, I will struggle like it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
But
So
in
it is
case of
not user friendly.
not user
OLX.
friendly, you just need to. What will happen as a user? I will
Uh-huh.
expect like everything, the steps has to be easy, right? So I just need to click
Yeah.
on the, like I just need to take the picture, I just need to give the description, give the ad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what will happen, user, if somebody want to buy it, they will contact you. So that is what will happen, right? So for that,
Mm-hmm.
what will happen, like for example, see here. So many of the times, the search button, okay, the right corner or left
Mm-hmm.
corner, it will be there, right? So now you are
Mm-hmm.
searching for that particular product. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to, suddenly, if the search option is the right or left, what will happen? You can just type it and you can click this. Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
the search option, there will be big drop down here. You need to click the drop down. In one of the option, there will be search. Then you click that. There you go, and you can type it. Then what
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is only from the user feel only. You will lose lot of customers.
Yeah.
So like that, as a test engineer, we need to identify no the application whether is user friendly or it is very difficult, right?
Okay. Mm.
So that one, and also the color blindness, blind colors will come. We should not apply that in the website, and also make sure the developer used the particular colors only. Okay, if you
Okay.
if
Okay.
you take the if you observe we have the Flipkart, right? It will be like blue color, red color, or black color. Three colors or four colors maximum. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I did is I was a beginner that time. That time
Uh-huh.
I used to work in development. Okay. Initially,
Okay.
even I didn't know. My manager, I work for
Uh-huh.
one startup company. My manager told
Uh-huh.
me to develop screens. Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What I did is every screen I put the good colors. Then manager
So
came
that
and
is
he
not
told
allowed.
he
Uh-huh.
told me, what the hell are you doing? Like, why is there so many colors? You should not do that. So we have to put always
Uh-huh.
standard colors. Okay, if you're choosing for, like,
Yeah.
imagine we have the blue color, black color, maybe error message, red color. That's all. We should not use a lot of colors. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so like
Mm-hmm.
that they will want me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And they will ask you like, what type of non-functional testing have you done in your project, right? So what kind you can tell.
Okay.
So you have done the security testing manually. You can do it. Still, there are tools,
Okay.
but a few things you can
Okay.
do. Okay, so that is what we'll discuss. Okay, so
Okay.
we have security testing.
Okay. So when we are working in a company as a tester, we can also do usability testing, right? If needed.
Yes, 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 yes. If it is needed,
Okay.
we have to do it.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
the question.
Anyway, we will have to do it to see whether it is compatible for the particular browsers, right?
Yes, yes,
Even
yes.
if you don't,
No, no,
yeah,
no.
go
This
for
is
that.
mandatory have to
Other.
do. Compatibility mandatory have to do because
Okay.
in real-time project recently
Yeah.
one of my friend he worked for a Byju's one of the project. So what
Uh-huh.
he's doing is he will open the two tabs. Okay, so one is Chrome and another
Uh-huh.
is Firefox. In both he will do
Uh-huh.
because
Yeah.
some of the times things might vary.
Yeah. Even now we will have to test it with the mobile app like Android, iOS, and all, right? So for certain applications.
When it comes to phone, then now it is different story now.
Okay.
So if you want to, yeah, in phone also you have manual and we have
Automated.
automation is also there.
Okay.
Okay, so but
And also the language varies, right? When it is like we are doing it in Android Studio or something, maybe the testing completely changes if it is a mobile app.
yes, 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 it will change. And also
Mm.
see when it comes to mobile phone, what I see when it comes to mobile phone, only the user things will be there. user from the user perspective. So for example,
Yeah.
the Flipkart is there, right? So all the admin
Uh-huh.
privileges will be in the web application only.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
for example, if you want to add product, edit product, delete product, and all, what will happen? It will be in the web application only. But
Okay.
as a user, you can browse and you can buy the products. You can see the product. Those things it will be there in the mobile phone, because
Okay.
yeah, why admin will be not be there? So how can you store the images, like tons of images in your mobile phone? How can you upload
Yes.
in the gallery only? It is
Yeah.
missing, right? So
Yeah.
only from the user usage perspective, it will be there. When compared to the
Mhm.
mobile and web having tons of project. Okay. So
Okay.
in web also we have two types in e-commerce. We have B2B and B2C. Okay. So B2B,
What is that?
business to business and business to customer.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Business to business means, for example, if you take websites in China, they have something called as Alibaba.com. Okay.
Okay.
In Alibaba.com, you cannot purchase items. What he will do is he will sell the products to the other company basically.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, other stores, like business to business, not for the
Oh,
retail.
okay.
I'm talking about not for the retail. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so B2B having a little bit less features. But when it comes to B2C, business to customer, that having
Yeah, it has more features and everything has to be more and user friendly in that other case, maybe.
yeah. There might be sometimes they will ask you what type of application did you use. You told e-commerce. Then
Mhm.
they will ask you whether you order B2B or B2C, like that. Some questions they will ask you, but you need to
Okay.
commit before you answering that. Okay, if you tell B2C,
Mhm.
then you need to speak things based on the B2C. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
now, yeah. So in non-functional security testing, you can do manually. Few things you can do. So
Okay.
one of the thing is here we have something called as URL manipulation. You know what is URL manipulation?
Yeah, like we manipulating the URL and maybe like a fraud site, right? Which will look exactly like the real one. So that is it
Uh,
like that?
no, 1 minute, I will tell you. See,
Okay.
for example, we have something called as www.flipkart.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now the flipkart.com is there. Okay, so
Mhm.
now we have two things. Imagine we have something called as user.html, or
Okay.
for example, the page something like product
Okay.
user or order. This is the URL. Okay. So
Okay.
now what will happen if you want to navigate to this particular URL? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the order when it will come, the only the user was logged in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So now what you are doing is you are checking this URL. When you simply
Uh-huh.
when you click on the browser, you clicking on enter. Now what will happen if
Okay.
it is
Whether it
asking
will go directly.
directly to the login page? If it is going for the login page, then it is secured.
Correct. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
if it is not gone to the login page, or if it is directly navigating to the order page, then what will happen? This is not secured.
Yeah, anybody can do that. So it is not secure. Okay.
This is not secured. Okay.
Okay.
So like that, you randomly apply all the URLs, and check
Mm-hmm.
you need to check all the URLs, almost whatever there is there, right?
Okay.
You need to check all
Uh-huh.
the URLs. So URL manipulation, and check, make sure it will do that, or else if your admin.html is there, okay, whether it's asking the password,
Okay.
okay, URL manipulation.
Okay.
Next is no
Okay.
session expiry. So what is session expiry?
One second. I was just writing down. Okay. Session expiry is Yeah, like for when we do like transactions or something, where if I have opened that my account and if I was inactive for like a few seconds, then it has to, my session should expire. It shouldn't be open for a long time.
Exactly, right. So what will happen? The session expiry will be depends. Okay. For example,
Okay.
if you're checking for a email, okay, email.
Okay.
Imagine now you need to test the application for the email. So email,
Mhm.
what will happen? There will be duration. Probably it's half an hour. Many of the times, the session expiry will be there for one day as well. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So why? Because so every time user cannot enter user like username password, right? Some of the times what will happen when
Yeah.
you enter gmail.com, suddenly it will go to the inbox, right?
Yeah.
So every time it is not asking you for the username and password, right?
Yeah.
So some of the times it will depends. So each application, and also session expiry will be different for the payment and all, it will be different. Okay. The
Yeah.
payment
Okay.
page, it will be less than a minute or 2 minutes, 1 minute.
Yeah. Hmm.
So now what you did is you clicked on the order. Okay. So clicking on the order
Hmm.
page, the payment gateway came. The payment gateway, the session has to expire within a minute, right? It should. But if the
Yeah.
session has not expired, then what will happen? The people, what they will do is see, they can easily put OTPs, right? The four numbers.
Yeah.
They have
Uh-huh.
time like 1 hour, 2 hour like that. Easily they will check
Yeah.
the codes and all. They can they can do all this.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, the session expiry will be different for different pages. The payment gateway and all, it will be less.
Mm.
Some of the times, what will happen? You logged in, okay. So probably for
Okay.
1 hour, 2 hour, probably a day as well. So when you still click on the Flipkart and all, what will happen? It will show you, na, it you logged as a okay. Tejas is logged in, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is one session expiry. And third one is privilege evaluation. Okay, it is something like privilege elevation. Okay, so this is very simple. For example,
Okay.
okay, now imagine you are checking the application for okay, so you are the employee, and what is your privilege is you can only you know apply the leave.
Different roles maybe, right?
Different role. So as
Okay.
an employee, you are able to only apply the leave. Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So
I cannot sanction the leave.
uh, uh, uh. So you can just
Yeah.
create that particular leave. Then what will happen when you click the submit button? What will happen when you
Uh-huh.
logged in as a manager? You are able to see which employee is applied for the leave, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
now as a manager, only if you approve, then the user will get the leave, right?
Yes.
The employee will get the leave, right? So
Yeah.
what if the privilege is given to the employee?
Yeah.
He'll accrue his own leave and he will go for 15, 20 days, he will go off, right?
Yeah.
So like that. So
Yeah.
privileges, like what role or which role actually the user
Okay.
have, and which role admin.
Mm-hmm.
There will be something like super admin, then user, like that.
Okay.
Some
Okay.
like super admin have highest privilege, and after
Okay.
super we have for the admin, then user,
Okay.
like that. Okay, privileges also we need to do. Okay,
Okay. So for testing this privilege elevation, maybe based on the roles, we will have to check it, right?
definitely,
Like if there
definitely.
is a role field or something. Okay.
Roles will be there, user roles will be there, admin roles will be there in the application. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if that value is super admin, only then this has to be
Hmm.
provided like that, like a
Yes,
condition.
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay, privileges will be there. Next you
Okay.
have something called as this
And there's one more thing, like, is it like for testing? I'm just wondering
hmm.
if at all, like for will there be testers for testing some applications which is internal for a company? Like it's not because we were saying about like even though there will be clients like the company employs itself, but there should be testers, right, for testing such applications too, like
Definitely. So all application,
yeah.
all sorts of applications have testing. Okay.
Okay.
And also if you like, there will be servers will be there. Okay.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
you, when you go into a company, there will be production server, there will be testing server, development server, like that.
Okay.
So depends upon the server you have it. Okay. So your job
Okay.
is to always check in the testing server only. Okay.
Yeah.
So and also there will be what will happen. So once you tested in the testing server, then finally, once the last step is user acceptance test, client acceptance. Okay. So you will also, from
Okay.
your end, what you will do, you will verify, all the functionalities are working fine. You given to the client. Client will also have the, while accepting, they will also again check. Okay. So that is
Yeah.
user acceptance test. Okay. So they will also do the
Yeah.
testing.
Where that beta and alpha testing
Beta
comes.
and alpha will come. Na? So
Okay.
that is there.
But that will also happen after our production, right?
After the not production, before production. Production will be last stage.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Production will be the
Okay.
highest. It is released into the market.
Yeah. Got
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So and one more thing is simply some of the times interviewer ask like, okay, you told you will be working on. Oh, okay, that is not for you. That is for the developers. So okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is like no privilege evaluation is there. So next is SQL injection is there actually. It is not actually, if you won't check it, but if you when you are telling in the interview, you can just mention this. Okay. SQL injection is something like in web application we have different layers. Okay. One is application layer, another is database layer, something like that. The hackers will be there, right? What they will do is they will put this malicious code. They will inject into the database layer. Not in the application layer, from the
Backend.
backend. But I don't think you will do that. I mean, this testing. But while in interview, you can simply mention about security testing. Okay.
Not
But you can
security.
tell you have knowledge about that SQL injection. But in your company, you are not doing it. You are basically more concentrating on the functional sides. But many of the times you will do this user manipulation testing. You will do session expiry and privilege like elevation. You can do that.
Elevation. Okay. So all this comes under security testing. These are types of security testing actually.
Yes. Everything will comes under the testing. Security only. Okay.
Okay.
Next, you have something called as a CSRF. CRF. This is basically this is similar to the user manipulation only. Here, what will happen? See the wherever the clicks will come, right? See, whenever you do the click, what will happen?
Yeah.
The URL will get changed.
Yeah.
Right. See this CSRF, when it will come means this in the from the developer end they will apply this CSRF tokens they will apply. So when they will apply the CSRF tokens means, for example, if you have if you are using for banking application. Okay. So banking application, imagine if you are sending some money to the this other person.
Another account. Okay.
Even if you are sending the money, when you submit the button, still the URL will change, right? So always, so every action there will be URL will be keep on changing.
Yeah.
So for imagine there will be URL something like if you put that particular person name and that person name and question mark, like imagine 5,000 6,000, when you click enter the money will transfer this account to that account. Imagine there will be such kind of a scenario. Okay.
Okay.
So in that scenario and all, what will happen? There will be something called a CRF, CSRF token will be there. What it will do
Okay.
is, it won't show you that, URLs and all in the browser.
Oh,
So whenever,
okay.
when you go to the payment section and all, the developers they
Okay.
included the CSRF tokens. So make sure that kind of things are not happening. Okay, as a
Okay.
like test engineer, you need to identify that such kind of a URLs and all. Okay, so
Okay. Oh, so that will require knowledge about actually what has to be shown and like what needs to be shown instead of the actual thing, right? Like if it is like if there is a bug, like we
Yes,
should
yes.
have the knowledge, right? I exactly don't know like how it has to be shown, right? Even if they say yes. So is there any what is abbreviation for this? I mean, what is the expansion of the CSRF
Okay,
actually?
I will show you. Even I'm not sure. CRF tokens. We use this in the development basically.
Oh, okay. Only for those sites where that much security is required, right? Not for like a regular site, right? Or even for a shopping site, it is required, like an e-commerce site. Yeah, it should be there, right? When payment is happening.
Yes. See here.
Okay.
CSRF token, Web Security Academy.
Oh,
So which
okay.
is
Okay.
related, but what is the full form? Even I'm not sure. See here, cross-site
Okay. So it
forgery.
okay. Oh, forgery. Okay. Okay.
CSRF. Okay.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so that means like an attacker cannot attack our site by getting the correct, I mean, the actual URL. So
Yes.
maybe just, okay.
Mm. Okay. So last one in the
Okay.
security testing, you have something called as cookies-based testing.
Okay.
Okay.
So database testing is different. That is not coming, that doesn't come under security testing.
This SQL injection, huh? You're
So
talking
that
about?
itself is database testing, yeah? Because I have heard database testing, so I thought like how like we will be just testing our database with the whether we are getting the same reports as per our database or something like that. Like when we do the analysis and all, we need to check, right? Like we generate some reports and whether our reports matched using a tool, then whether our report matched with the actual database.
Yes. Yes.
So that is not a SQL injection, right? The SQL injection, as you said, what was
That is
SQL
different.
injection?
SQL
Yeah, that is
injection is something
different.
the hackers will inject the query. See, what
Yeah,
will
yeah,
happen?
yeah, yeah. Correct.
See, if you take any application, for example, we have this GoToMeeting, right? So what we'll do, if you open, we have something called as page source. See here,
Yeah, yeah.
all the code is here.
Yes, yes.
So hackers,
Yeah.
if we keep on trying, okay, some these links and
Yeah.
all, if we inject something, okay,
Mm-hmm.
in the URL, see here, when I click this URL,
Yeah.
right, see here, page source is there. If we inject with this help here and all, if we do some changes and all,
Yes.
okay, so
Mm-hmm.
things has to, what it has to show, it has to fail. If it is, the privilege is going for some page, it will be problematic.
Yes.
Or else what he will do is there will be something called as APIs will be there. APIs code is also some of the times what will happen, it will be, sometimes I will feel, while writing the code, right? So when I give the page source, the API itself, some of the times, no, it will be there in the website while we are
Okay.
doing that. So sometimes I feel like, what if that, they will copy that, then what will they will inject to that particular API? Then what will happen? Sometimes I will feel that. So some of the times while we developing the application, right, they will tell like the technology, if you use Java and all, it will be secured and all. They will tell, but I am not sure. I'm not a hacker, na.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, next is we have something called as cookie based testing. Okay, so in cookie based testing, what will happen? See, some of the times the browser has to collect your username and passwords.
Yeah.
Some, for example, if you take this Gmail and all, it will take, or employee portals and all, it will take. You just username and password. Okay, but there will be some browsers and all. For example, if you take banking applications, okay,
Mm-hmm.
banking application and all, it's mandatory that it shouldn't, browser shouldn't, it should not take cookies, the username and
Okay.
password. Okay, so why? Because when you logged in with your username and password, the things will be stored in the cookies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it will be very problematic. There might be a chance somebody, if you logged what do you say, your banking and all, when you accessing the, like, outside or in public,
Yeah.
so the information will be stored in the cookies, so that other person is able to get all the details of it. Okay.
So how come it works like when we save our password? Like usually when we go to a outside system and browse, we never click on that, right? Whether we need to save our passwords. But in our on laptops or desktop computers that we were using, we do that, right?
Just
Most of the time, at least for Gmail.
you can check it. How can you check it? In the sense, you can click this button, right? So there is option called as settings here. Options.
Yeah, where we can remove the cookies, right?
Yes,
I
yes, yes.
mean,
That just you just
yeah,
need to make sure the browser is, see here. See cookies,
yeah.
site data, manage. It will be there if you open it. All the cookies information will be like this. Like,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
your application makes sure what are the, like, what are the developers given it for the cookies and all. Okay. So
Okay.
checking with the browser. Okay. That is basically cookies based testing. Okay, only username and the password, few of the times. See the employee and all, that's fine, it will work, employee portal like that. Or if you're checking for a mails, sometimes it will work. But major of the
Mhm.
times when you are using banking applications, right? So like most of the time,
Mhm.
even if you observe, so the browser, even if you give save, or it should not take it. Okay,
Okay.
the username and password should not be stored in the browser. Okay, it will be very problem.
Okay.
That is cookies based testing. Okay. So this is about the security testing.
Okay.
Very, very important. And you can explain this user URL manipulation, you can do session expiry, and privilege evaluation,
Mm.
and cookies based testing also. Some of the times we'll do that. Okay, CRF and injection you cannot do, but you have knowledge,
Mm.
like you can do. Okay.
So when we do this privilege elevation as a tester, like if there are two roles, I will have to log in through one login. I mean one role, and see what all I can see. Like whatever in the test case it says, like we cannot see. If we are able to see that, then it is a failed test, right?
See,
Like if I log in as a as a regular employee and I can approve the leave, means the test case is a fail if I had such a test case in my scenario.
yes, 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 yes. That is the
Yes.
privilege one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that you can do. And
Okay.
see, for example, see
And
here. Tell me, tell
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have something called as global.gotomeeting.com is there,
Mhm.
slash meetings,
Yeah.
slash anytime meetings are there. So when
Mhm.
this URL came, I logged in, right? So I logged in as Cloud Big Technology. My profile
Yeah.
sign out is coming.
Mhm.
What if
Mhm.
I what I can do is I can simply copy these URLs, this type of bundle. When I click settings, see here, settings.meetings are coming, right? So
Mhm.
discover, if
Mhm.
I give discover is coming like that. So you,
Yeah.
this URLs you can simply copy in the notepad. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
what you can do is just sign out of the browser. Sign out of the browser. The each URL just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. If one of the
Mhm.
link is opening directly, then there is a
Mhm.
defect. There is a defect with the URL. Okay.
Yeah, that is URL manipulation that
Manipulation.
comes under.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So like that, you
Uh-huh.
can check it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. User privilege evaluation is something like log in as a user and make sure
Yeah.
you don't have any edit option or update option or delete option.
Okay.
Check that.
Okay.
That's all. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah, that's
So,
about. Yeah.
so even if we have for any web applications, we can go for the security test actually. This URL manipulation, like it doesn't have to be a particular domain or something. Like for everything, it is applicable actually, right?
It's it's applicable for all the things, even
Yeah.
privilege evaluation and URL manipulation.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you can do it. Session expiry as well. Session expiry as well.
Yes.
These
Yes.
three
Yeah.
things you can
Session
do it for all the
expiry.
things.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah.
So
SQL injection, we can do it only if we know very well how to do that.
yeah. This you cannot do
Yeah.
actually. You
Yeah.
can simply tell like your major focus in the project is what? The functionality
Okay.
only.
So, yeah. What about that cookies-based testing? What was the final thing that you told? Like, how do we test that?
I told you, na, there will be it is in the browser, okay? The cookies will be in the browser.
Uh-huh.
Go to the user setting and just
Yeah.
check. So what are the information or what are the cookies it is collecting by from the browser? Okay, there are
Okay.
few cookies,
Okay.
few cookies there will be permission and few cookies will not.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So for like banking application, this browser should not take cookies. Actually, if it is taking for that application, then it is a fail
Problem. It
test.
is a
It's a problem. Yeah.
yes.
Got it.
For example,
Yeah.
like if you go to the ICICI Bank portal, okay, you enter your username, okay, and password. When you click
Yeah.
submit button, what will happen? The browser will ask, can I save it like that? But even if you give save, many of the times what will happen? Actually it will not save in the browser history. I mean
Okay.
cookies and all. But if it is saving, then it is a problem.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is about the security testing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So there are a few more we'll see. Like I will just
Okay.
check it out if anything left in the manual testing. If I left, then in next class or 1 or 2 class, I will teach you those things. Okay.
Okay.
And from your end, please try to learn the like if you want, I can teach you, but it's more like theory. I will get bored. Okay. Software development
Okay.
models. This questions they will ask you in a lot of interviews. So just
Okay.
check how waterfall model will work, V&V model will work.
Yeah. Waterfall, agile, spiral, all this
Spiral.
I have. Yeah, I had been. I have worked in India as in the teaching field, so I have taught this software engineering course, and also I know all those models.
Yes. You can just brush up before you go into the interview.
Yeah. Okay.
Agile, I explained yesterday about Agile.
Yeah. About Scrum,
Sprint,
meeting,
Scrum,
planning.
yeah,
Yeah.
stand-up meetings and all. You explain that,
Yeah.
and they will ask you
Okay.
what specialty is there in the Agile. I told you like when requirements are changing in the each
Yeah.
sprint, and also the testing is happening in the each cycle, right? So that is the major advantage with the help of.
Yeah.
There are a few more
And
things that are there. Okay, just explore it.
yeah, and since it is iterative, like you can make these changes, not like waterfall. And the client doesn't have to wait until the end to see the product, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So that one, okay.
Okay. So testing. I was about to ask something what about this? When we are doing this functional testing, for that is what I was about to ask earlier also. Like when we are doing this functional testing or validating some forms, we have to write some. We need to come up with the test data, right? What test data? Like we cannot. Input each and every data and see whether it will work for all the data, right? So how do we come up with that test data?
In the sense of, for example, if it is a phone number, you have to enter valid numbers or not, something like that.
Yeah, for phone number, we can see at least whether it is 10 digit. If it is not like two data only we have to enter, right? Either negative will be less than 10 and positive will be greater than 10, right? I am asking like for a form where assume like there is a field where you can only enter values 0 to 10 maybe, and also you can enter 11 to 20. Sorry, 0 to 10 and 20 to 30, no other numbers. Okay, so in that cases, I don't have to sit and should I write the test data like it shouldn't be 0 to 10 and 20 to 99, and then I should check with one data greater than, like, because why I am asking this question is I have learned like there is certain techniques like boundary value analysis and all, which where you will be just checking on the boundary data, like 0 to 10 means I will just check 0. I will just input 0 and see whether the test is a pass or a fail, or I will just check with the 10 data and maybe one higher data like 11 or what did I say, 0 to 10, right? So I will check with 11, 10, 0 and 1 maybe. 4 test cases, 4 test data, rather than checking with all the data I'm saying. So if someone asks me like for the interview, like or give a scenario and ask me like, so find out the test data or whatever, this is the condition, so what test data are you going to try, or what will be your test data?
Okay. For the,
Did you understand what I was trying to tell, like what the question is, like what my question is?
yes. Okay. So there will be text field.
Okay.
What kind of text data you are going to apply, right? So that is your scenario, right?
Yeah, see, if it is login, I know like from the documents itself, I will know like user, I am giving my test data, like username should be admin and my password has to be admin123. So I just have that test data. I just have to check with that test data for that functionality, right?
Yes.
But what if there is a limit, like there is a valid limit and the limit, there is a range. Actually not limit, there is a range, like this range and another range, only the values of those ranges can work, no other range, and no other numbers is all other number if you input it is going to be invalid. So a tester cannot put all the values and see, right?
Okay. I got it. So how can you check it, right?
Yeah. So how do I write the test data for that?
Okay.
What is the best solution for that?
Okay, so let me explore on that. So in the next
Okay.
class, mostly I will teach you about that. Okay, about the test
Okay,
data
fine.
and all. Right.
Okay.
So what you told is right.
Okay.
So you cannot sit and you cannot enter all the possible combinations, right?
Yeah. When I
So there
say that,
will
I
be.
like, yeah.
Okay. So let me check for that. Okay. So
Okay, fine. Okay. So
tomorrow,
now we will have tomorrow or
like Monday only.
Monday, right?
Monday. Yeah.
Okay, Monday. Yeah. Because it is Saturday, Sunday for us tomorrow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is Saturday actually, right?
For me, it's already weekend started for me, right? It's Saturday.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah, for us it is Friday actually. Yeah, so that is right. So Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, no class, then Monday. Okay.
Monday only. Okay.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. And Monday we will also cover something else you said.
I will,
What
let me
we
check.
do?
Like that is what I'm telling. So there are few things I will tell you what exactly from your end you have to learn and all. Okay.
Okay.
So that is what I told na, the software the models and all I cannot like I can teach you, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
It's less theory. I will
you
go
can
through it.
understand, right? Like
Yeah.
very boring as well, yeah.
Yeah.
The subject
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
See.
in Java, like if as you have taught yesterday, like whatever is needed that concepts testing related concepts, which I
Yeah.
don't know,
There
which
are
is but that is good actually.
I will
More
I will teach you. I will teach you
Yeah.
Threads, do you have knowledge in threads?
I have done
Multi-threading.
something in thread, but I have completely forgotten all that.
I will teach you. Okay, so threads need to
Okay.
work, and exception handling you need to work, because threads and exception handling both you will use in the while writing the queries. Okay,
Okay.
because
Okay.
try catch blocks will be useful.
Okay.
So try catch block
Yeah,
and
because when string buffer and string builder,
mhm.
that concept and that how in Java, like in C++, we have studied like that conceptually I had actually in Java, like when you said like strings are objects and how it is being stored in the heap memory, like it was something like very useful in the sense like I understood that basic concept actually.
Okay.
Even though we have worked with the strings, I haven't like gone that understanding of
Okay.
we have used like some string methods, right? But still, so that will be models. I will look at the models, and also I will look at the test cases.
Test cases, just to work on it, and
Okay.
yeah, I think we have some time. Can I explain one concept in Java?
Yeah,
Some
sure.
important terms. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So today we'll be working on exception handling. Okay.
Okay.
So I will go a little fast. Okay. So because I have
Okay.
so in 20 minutes, one more class will start.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So when do you think exception will come in programs?
Exception is like it is not behaving as required, and we know that such an exception can happen. So then we put that in the try catch block.
Yes, definitely. So exception means basically it's abnormal conditions, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So this exception will have in Selenium while writing the Selenium script. So like each block we use something called as try catch blocks. Okay. So we
Okay.
use that. So I will explain you what is that uses and all. I will explain you. Okay. So now okay. So I will teach you when the exception will come. So for example,
Okay.
we have int I is equal to 10 divided by 5 s of I. Okay, so what you did is imagine you are writing a Selenium code like this. Okay, so each statement like this. So here I have int I, then int j is equal to 5 divided by 0 like this. Space of j, int k is equal to 30 divided by 5 like
Okay.
of k. Okay, so like that we have Selenium scripts. Imagine, okay, this is one Selenium script, this is 2, this is 3 like that. Okay,
Okay.
so now imagine one of the line. Okay, so one of the statement, the script was wrong. Okay,
Yes.
but if you see here, this is okay, you can
Division by
divide 10 divided by 5 you can do.
yeah.
J is wrong, right?
Not possible. Yeah.
And k, what about k? K is
Yeah.
wrong.
Possible.
So
Yeah.
now when I execute this program, see here what
Yeah.
thing is 10 divided by
Division
5,
by
2 is happening.
yeah. That answer is there. Yeah.
Here if you say j 5 divided by 0, right? So arithmetic exception it is showing. Now
Division
what
by
about
0. Yeah.
this code? This code is right?
Yeah.
So see,
But it didn't work because that the previous one, because of the error in the previous line.
yeah. So that's why as a programmer, what will happen? We have to implement something called as try catch block. Okay. So not only try catch block, we have to use the exception handling techniques. Okay.
Okay.
So here majorly we use something called as try catch block. Okay, why we use
Okay.
try catch block, I will show you. So now
Okay.
I'm just copying this arithmetic exception here. So here now what I will do, I will put one try block like this, try. Okay, I have one catch
Mhm.
block here. I will put this catch block like this,
Yes.
like this. Okay, try and catch
Okay.
is there.
Yeah.
Similarly, I need to implement for all the functionalities, all the scripts, whatever you are writing for the Selenium, you need to
Okay.
include like this.
Okay.
Try, catch. Yeah, I need to close this.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, so now if you
Okay.
see, now I have implemented try catch block for all the statements. So that's why
Yeah.
in Selenium code, why they put try catch block, because of this. Okay, see here, now when I execute this code,
Okay.
see here, 2 is
Yeah.
executing, right? See, it catch the error.
Yeah.
It is telling you cannot
Yeah.
divide number by 0. See, it continued the
Yes.
flow.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the
Yes.
main advantages of try catch block.
So
Okay,
even in Selenium, if I'm writing like
scripts.
I am locating some element and then I use the Selenium WebDriver method, like whether it is click method or send keys method and all that. For those also, I should write a try catch. No, right?
Yes, like
Yes, but what will be the exception? I was thinking. In that case,
I will tell you. I will tell you. Exception
okay.
handling for that, you will get separate exceptions when you are writing that code in Selenium. I will tell you.
Uh-huh.
And also the
Okay.
interview question they will ask in Selenium. What are the types of exceptions you can get in writing the Selenium code? Okay,
Okay.
I will tell
Okay.
you.
Okay.
But for now, I'm talking about purely
The
Java
Java
code.
code. Yeah.
Java code.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so now
Okay.
by understanding this, what you understand is if you implement try catch block or exception handling in your program, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the normal flow of execution of a program takes place.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is about the
Even if there is error, it will not hold for the remaining program to execute. It will execute as normal and it will catch the error if we put in a try and catch.
definitely. Okay,
Okay, got it. Yeah. Mhm.
so this is about the try catch block.
Okay.
Now you have something called as okay. Let me delete these lines. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let me delete this. Okay, so now you have this try catch block here. Now imagine okay, when you're dealing with arrays, imagine there is a scenario like this.
Mhm.
Int okay, so there is a array of size 5. Okay, so what
Yeah.
you are doing is for the fifth element, for the
Mhm.
sixth element, 100, like that. Okay, see now
Okay.
here two things you are actually doing. Okay, so one is
Yeah.
arrays, right? So arrays separate exception will come, and also you're
Uh-huh.
dealing with the numbers as well, right? So there is a possibility, there is a array out of bound exception.
Dealing.
Hmm.
Okay.
Array out of bound
Dealing
exception
with
will come.
number.
Numbers, arithmetic
Uh-huh.
exceptions will come. Arithmetic exceptions.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. I got it. Uh-huh.
right. So now this is array is there here, but here given the
Yeah.
arithmetic exception, but here what is happening? Array out of bound exception will come. See when I execute this
Yes.
code,
Yes.
see it didn't
Uh-huh.
catch it the
Yeah. Yeah.
exception.
Yeah.
So
Because
like,
we asked to catch only that arithmetic exception.
yes. Okay. So for that, we have something called as try with multiple catch block,
Okay.
like that. Okay. So while writing the any code, okay, so there like that time, if one will fail, one will catch.
Okay.
Okay, so for that, you need to implement multiple catch blocks like this. One for arithmetic, now one for array out of bound. Now when I execute this code, okay, so here see, now when I execute this code, see array out of bound here, it catched, see, index 6 is out
Okay.
of bounds of length 5. It catched the
Yes.
array, like, okay. Sometimes what will happen, imagine this is 4, okay. So 10, like this exception, imagine. Now this is not array out of bound, right? So this is arithmetic.
Yes. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
when I run this code, see here,
Only one error. Yeah.
arithmetic, you cannot a number divided by 0. Arithmetic exception.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is the
Correct.
usage of multiple catch
Try
blocks.
that.
So yeah,
Okay.
multiple catch blocks.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Okay.
even if one fail, another will get executed.
Okay.
Okay. So while writing the Selenium code, you need to make sure you have writing the catch blocks for all the scenarios.
So one more thing, since it was a Java, I mean, a basic Java example, and we knew like array and arithmetic, like division by 0 is not possible, we were able to write the catch block accordingly, right? But if I am a beginner in Selenium and I don't know exactly what error it is going to throw, so that time, what will I write? Is there anything that is a generalized catch block that I can write?
You
I
can
mean,
write.
yeah.
You can write.
Oh,
See,
really? Okay. Okay.
simply you don't write anything, right? Like this, you can write exceptionally.
Yeah. The same thing. Okay.
You can put like this. See, it is catching any exception.
Okay. So in Selenium also it's the same thing.
You can do that.
Okay.
But it is advisable to write like this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. Got it.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have something called as finally block.
Okay. Yeah, that I know actually, because whether there is exception or not, this finally block will always execute, right?
Yes. Now the question for you is like, why do you want to execute a code? Any particular example you have? Well, like, okay, you told
Yeah.
finally block. Okay, we'll get always execute. Well, like, why do you want to execute always?
Yeah, whether it fails or not, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
will
able to
execute.
think of that exam. Like,
Okay, I will tell you if that question asks
yeah.
you in the interview. Okay, so imagine you are dealing with the database things. Okay, database
Okay.
things, you're dealing with the database thing. So what will happen? Imagine you written the queries and all you have written.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I got the answer actually. No. So whether the update actually happened or not, I should know.
no, it's not like that.
No. Okay.
You have a statement, for example, SQL.close. Imagine you have the
Okay. Oh, yeah.
like this. Okay. So now whether the SQL is whatever it is, whether it's updated, deleted, whatever, but when you need
We
to
should close it.
close it, right? So when you open the connection,
Yeah.
you need to close it, right?
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
close, what you will do, you have to put it in finally block, this kind of
Finally.
statements. So even
Got
if the
it.
condition fail, like whatever, then what will happen? It will that finally block will always get execute. SQL close will be happen. Okay.
Yes.
So this is about
Okay.
finally. Now the question for you is, can empty try blocks are exist? So there is no catch block. Can I give only try?
I think yes.
No. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So try
Yeah.
always has to followed with catch, or it can be with always with the finally. Okay. So empty block means you should not give empty like this. See, error is coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Either you can
Yeah.
go for catch, okay, or else if catch is not there, you can put finally. There is no issue. See, try is there, finally is there. Okay, remember
Okay.
this question they will ask you in the
Mm.
interview. Okay, well, try empty blocks or no, exist or not. Answer is no.
So if we put like this, actually, without the catch, you have written try now, right? So if there is exception, how does it get handled? There is no point of writing just this try, right?
Exactly. But
Yeah.
the thing is, the error won't come. That's all. In the sense, try
Oh,
is there. See here,
okay.
if you give that, see error will be there. See you are
Yeah,
not able
got it. Yeah.
to execute.
But I think there will not be any program where there is only try, right? Try and catch follows together. So
Yes. Always try catches will be very important. Okay.
okay.
So multiple catch. Okay. So these points you need to remember.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So okay. So now it's already 7:10. I have
Yeah.
10 minutes. One more test will come. So
Okay, got it.
yeah. In exception handling, you have something called as throw and throws is there. I will explain you in the next one
Okay.
because it's little bit.
Okay.
It will take some 10-15 minutes to explain that. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll
So
continue
next
that.
class.
I
Yeah.
will in Monday. I will teach you about that. Okay. So that's how we'll
Okay.
go. Okay. The concepts,
Okay.
whichever you don't know, I will teach you that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that things I will be thorough for testing. It will help me. Yeah.
Very helpful. It will be very helpful and also crack the interview also. It will be like, see,
Okay.
majority of the test engineers, they will come, right? They don't have that much of coding knowledge. They know how to execute the script that much knowledge. Okay. But if you're very good at these things, like in-depth knowledge, and it will be easy for you to in the real-time projects also it will be useful while cracking the interview also it will be useful for you. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not teaching
So
you inheritance and all.
if we understand these codes and if we can code it, we should be fine, right? Like not like a developer who can code all the time, but still, if as a tester, if we can understand coding, and then we should be fine as a tester, right? Because I take more time to code, but depending on like I am able to code it, but it is not like very easy for me.
Yes. See, Selenium and all, it's nothing. Okay, it's just 2 to 3 lines of code. But
Okay.
there also, if you are very good in basics in core Java and all, okay, it will be very useful to make in future also. Imagine you are like learning other tools as well, where it requires a little bit more scripts to execute.
Yeah.
It will be very useful. And what I suggest you is like whenever you get some free time. So just work on core Java, just work on it, okay? And try to execute few programs, so whether it can be Fibonacci, factorial of a number, check number prime or not, okay? So if you're very good at that, then see, my suggestion is like always think about the long run, okay? So even if you get the offer, even if you join for a company, so always think about the long run, how I can be better. Okay, now you become a Selenium, right? Selenium tester you become, and you are working on the projects and all. So what about the long run? What about 10-15 years? Whether I'm able to master these things or not. So it will be very useful. So whenever you get the time, in internet, just try Java program. So how can I write the logic for it? And also not only the programs when you're writing, right? So it will help you to think. Actually it will help us to improve my logical skills.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Have a nice weekend too.
Yeah, you as well.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Teja. See you on Monday then.
Sure. See you on Monday.
Okay. Bye.
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 Yeah. Bye.